So immediately you can see Mr. America's conservative game plan coming into play. He definitely wants to just try to react to whatever NewbTube is going to do. Because most of Pikachu's hitboxes tend to have an advantage over Samus's. So if he can find a way to get in without having to commit too hard himself, then that will definitely go a long way. Tense situation coming out of the up B. NewbTube fails to capitalize, and now he finds himself off the stage, forcing Mr. America to read his up B recovery, which is wildly unpredictable. And there you see, like, that was, what, 4 or 5 up airs in a row. Samus, despite being heavy, is floaty, which means that Pikachu can actually combo her to a fair extent, more than you might expect given her weight class. But given the floatiness, a lot of things like you saw right there won't connect, which is going to be in Samus's favor. All told, though, I don't think that there are many people who would argue that Samus has a favorable matchup against the indisputed best character in the game. There we go. That is standard Samus confirmed, down air to back air, especially at that percent. Keeping the stock count even, we'll see if this slight percentage advantage will matter in the long run. Sitting down next to me is our tournament organizer, Meerkat.
Because no one else can commentate. Nice grab. It's not going to kill.
Yeah, Samus's weight will keep her alive, or at least give her more opportunities at living than she otherwise would have. NewbTube respecting the bombs.
Very much respecting the bombs.
Mr.
Trying to feel his way in with with those up airs. Gets the back air there. That's solid stock.
Yeah, I know that Mr. America is fond of using both bombs and less than fully charged shots in neutral. We'll see ultimately how those two things influence the match. Because, like, I would predict that NewbTube, well, first of all, because he has some matchup experience against Mr. America, he probably has some idea of how to deal with the bombs, and he's gonna learn pretty fast if he's forgotten that he doesn't really need to respect them that much.
It's not necessarily that he doesn't need to respect them. You know, it's if you're in a position where you don't have to take damage from a bomb, then don't do it.
That was
easy peasy.
Yeah, very good option coverage by Mr. America there, waiting for
that fair was not good. The reverse back air was actually good for NewbTube there. It allowed him to follow up there.
And Mr. America held onto his jump right there long enough that he could have another chance after getting hit.
And the slow get up from NewbTube guaranteed that he was gonna get that edge guard there.
Yeah, very good presence of mind from both players. Oh yeah.
That was an excellent play there by NewbTube. But that slow get up he forgets about. Could have had a follow up. Wow, quick. Tech the jab grab there.
If Mr. America isn't able to take this stock before he loses his own, I think that that's a very ill omen for any potential victory of his. The bomb at the ledge can definitely complicate some characters' recoveries or attempts to get off it, but Pikachu has so many tools, I'm not entirely certain how much that's going to influence his ability to get back on stage. So that was definitely what Mr. America needed to do to clinch that stock without taking too much extra percent, but this is a really bad situation because he would have had to do it a second time to have a viable percent against NewbTube's remaining stock were he able to take it.
Good stuff from NewbTube there.
Yep.
I'm trying to put in bracket results at the same time.
Yes, Meerkat doing double duty as both commentator and tournament organizer.
Trying my best. So if I go silent, that's why.
We respect you greatly for all your efforts.
Thank you. Good shield there from NewbTube to avoid getting hit by that up B.
I doubt that roll was intentional. He's probably looking for a dive. Oh, he's able to jump out without getting hit by the up tilt.
I don't like that get-up attack there from NewbTube. Mr. America, sorry, He was too far away to follow up if he had just done a regular get up. And he allowed with that to get up very quickly.
And again, you see Mr. America sort of shaking his head after eating that same combo a second time here in game 2. He's able to answer back. Oh, wow. And another one. Oh,
that's
just
gonna kill.
Barely enough.
That was the percentage.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised when his down air at the ledge didn't work, and my only guess is that Pikachu's crazy, stretchy hitboxes somehow saved him.
Indeed, stretchy.
During his up B, he stretches in some really weird ways.
I'm really liking these forward airs from NewbTube. Basically forcing American Pastry to shield because, I mean, I don't really know why he's shielding instead of, you know, DIing out of them. But it's putting him in a good position for follow-up every time.
That was a very interesting use of the bomb as a screen for an approach. So you can see there, he might be trying to set up the bomb with the expectation that he won't cross it, so that his opponent gets conditioned to expect that he won't. And then he has the potential for him. He has essentially psychologically created a mix-up for himself just because he has engineered a situation in which he has multiple options that the opponent needs to guess. When, like, and there we go. That should definitely kill. Oh, no. From that close in, I was confident.
That was an excellent up B escape from NewbTube there a second ago. I like that single up B.
Oh, he got it.
Nice follow-up there from Mr. America.
Yeah, he goes up in stock count, but against Pikachu, you need more than that. This is the point at which he will either take a lead or keep it even.
Watch that charge shot.
Yeah, in edge guard position. He doesn't go for a random charge shot. He tries to bait something out of NewbTube, but NewbTube doesn't fight. Now there is a bomb that definitely created a situation that he had to take advantage of. And there you see Samus's combination of weight and floatiness coming into play. She was so heavy that she was able to, and just right there in his face, that he was able to actually punish NewbTube for trying to follow up that hit. And again, just patience for Mr. America, letting NewbTube trying to react to what NewbTube is doing, not trying to hit a button and put himself in a disadvantageous situation. But Pikachu's fast, and he has good frame data. So you'd have to do a lot to force Pikachu to be in a disadvantageous situation. And a lot of times it comes down to reads like those. Oh, just barely missed the spacing on the down tilt. Mr. America trying to shake it off as he takes what has the potential to be his last stock in the set. Oh, this is a bad situation. Okay. Samus was able to... Oh, and that bomb was critical. It got him out of that combo. And man, NewbTube is pushing his advantage slowly but surely here.
Oh, that was a beautiful little back air there. That's going to do it.
Yeah, there's no way Mr. America can come back from that. So he fails to fulfill his prophecy. He loses in NewbTube to a couple of games after a tough fight. So Meerkat,
yes.
If you can spare a breath, tell us, how are you happy with the way that this event has been running so far?
Someone told me that they thought it was running smoothly, so that's good. I'm glad that the competitors think it's running smoothly. All
right, excellent. Some of your primary consumers approve of your work. That's what really matters.
Yeah, so that's good. I'm happy about that. I gotta put in this. I'm trying to put in matches at the same time as actually doing all this stuff. So I'm trying to commentate and input results, and it is fantastic. By the way, next up we got, because I'm also in charge of who goes on stream, we have Vin who's like number 3 or 4 in Whitewater, Wisconsin, somehow makes it to top 32, and he's going to be facing Super Boom Fan.
All right, so who's your favorite for this one?
Who's my favorite?
Yeah.
Well,
who
Boom
do
was
you
kind
favor
of
for the victory.
Oh, who's favorite for the victory?
Yes. If you can manage to put your personal feelings aside for the moment.
Boom. But Boom was
This safe pick, okay.
He was kind of annoying me earlier. He was basically delaying his own bracket by like 5 minutes while I'm trying. Like he was just like, I have questions. I was just like, go play your game. He's like, I have questions though, and so now he's on stream because why wouldn't he be on stream? It's Super Boom Fan.
Yes. One of the best players in the game today. Going up against number 4 in Whitewater, Wisconsin. And it looks like we might, if these characters are warming up with our representative of their typical picks, looks like we might be in for a Fox Ditto. It's not something you see every day. It's definitely true that in the warm-up tech, Super Boom Fan is, Super Boom Fan is looking a little more crisp. Vin does definitely have some tech of his own that he's showing off, but ultimately, he's going to be hard put to compete with Canada's finest. Lit, pew, pew. All right, so we're winding down to 60 seconds on the warm-up. Looks like they're going to use every single second of their time. Vin drinking in all the time he has on stream. All right, that's 60 seconds. So warm-up should be over. And there we go.
Okay. Okay.
Moving into another match of this round 32. Looks like
People not reporting their
picking
matches.
Link.
It's great. Give me 1 second.
I did see him playing Link at a setup early.